two, one, two, one, two. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Cocktail Hour. This is your host, Casey MacGill, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. And we've got a great show for you. And like the intro said, we are coming to you from the fabled Ridgewood Room high atop the hills of Tacoma, Washington. And today our show is going to be stretching across the continental United States with some talented folks on both sides, but not too much in the middle. So we are absolutely pleasurated to bring you our guests. I want to introduce the folks that you're seeing on the screen. And I'm going to start at the bottom of the stack here. And we're going to say hello to our fabulous Terpschorean talent, the legendary Bailey McCullough. There's Bailey. Hi, Bailey. And Bailey is joining us from her very artistic-looking bunker in Seattle, Washington. And it's great to see you. And thank you for bringing your film clip along with you today. It's a lot of fun. I've seen this before, and she's doing a great duet on it. And we're going to be showing that to you a little bit later on. So, Bailey, thank you so much for being here today.
Great to be here.
All right. And right above Bailey in our totem pole of talent here, we've got our celebrity bartender who has been doing some practicing with his sipping. Right
Cheers.
there, it's not full any longer. Walter Harley. Hi, Walter.
Rehearsals are tough, but practice is perfect.
Yeah, he's been rehearsing, ladies and gentlemen, and I think he just about got it down.
Oh, I've believe me, I've just about got it down.
Excellent. I like the way you picked up on that, Walter. And right above Walter, coming to you from Ithaca, New York, we're flying across the country, virtually, of course. And let's say hello to our new friend, Lisa Wright. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Cheers, Casey and Jessica and all. Woo.
Great to see you. And looks like you've restocked that glass with.
I sure have.
It looks like white wine to me. And that's a very tropical looking setting. It looks like you're actually in Southern California there.
I know it does have that sort of tiki look, but it's what I got, you know.
It's fine. We accept. And also on the East Coast, but in the Washington, D.C. area at a undisclosed safe location. It's our
my bunker.
Hi, Diana.
Hi, how are you?
The snarkiest of the snarky sisters.
I guess I'm the only snarky sister, and I'm the only one who drinks too, just saying. Telling secrets, sorry.
Anyway, I was delighted to appear last Sunday on Diana and Lisa's show. It's called the Sunday Songwriter Spotlight. And
with the snarky sisters.
Yeah, with the snarky sisters. The Sunday,
and you were fabulous, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I said this in the rehearsal, but I'm going to say it again. Diana, you are a person of excellent taste. And we're delighted to have them on board today. And we have twisted their arms, and they are going to be performing for us as well. But on the top of the stack here, please say hello to our fabulous musical guests, our special musical guests, Birch Pereira and Jenny Littlefield. Hi, Birch. And
Hey, good to
Hi.
see
that
you.
would be Jenny on the left and Birch on the right.
Yeah,
That's
just so
right.
you know.
Okay, very good. And they are sequestered in their music studio
That's
in
right.
Seattle, Washington. And they are sitting behind a lovely ear trumpet labs microphone.
Yeah, pretty
And
cool.
each one of these microphones has a woman's name as the name of the model. And this one, I'm told, is a myrtle.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're actually going to be hearing from them right about now. And
Okay.
I believe you have a blues you want to play for us.
Yeah, we're gonna do an old tune I learned from a Doc Watson record. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got them deep river blues. Let the rain drive right on, let those waves sweep along, 'cause I got them deep river blues. Well, my old gal, she's a pal, still she looks like a waterfowl when I got them deep river blues. Ain't no one to cry for me, 'cause all my fishes go on a spree when I got them deep river. Got them deep river. I got them deep river blues. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
That's a
Yeah,
great one.
it was fun.
Who says you can't play blues on the ukulele?
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
it.
I thought that sounded lovely. And, you know, ukulele has just skyrocketed in popularity. And I'm wondering if the two of you individually or together have been playing the uke very long.
Mm.
Yeah, I think you've been playing longer than I have.
Yeah, I started about 10 years ago. I'm a theater artist originally, and I met a lot of other theater artists that were in a band called the Ukadelics, I think. And
Oh,
so they introduced me to ukulele. I went to Dusty Strings and got my first one
Yeah.
10 years ago.
well, I think I saw you play once at the Cafe Louisa then.
Oh, I maybe I was with them, maybe I wasn't. But I kind of hung out with them more than
Yeah,
performed.
well, and it was such a large group that's like a
Yeah.
shifting membership, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a rotating cast. They're pretty fun.
Cool.
Yeah, that for those of you out there who have not heard of the Ukadelics, which is probably quite a few of you, it's a group in Seattle, and it's a really kind of a fun, almost like a little club, you know, and it's got a lot of people in it. And the Ukadelics get together every so often and do a little concertizing, at least pre-COVID anyway.
hmm
They play a lot of fun songs, and it's a lot of great energy. And I enjoyed a concert a few years back, and Yeah, that's great. And then
That's cool.
you and Birch, Jenny, you met at the Cafe Racer, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Good.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
Yeah,
you
I
were
used to curate a show there every Thursday or every third Thursday for a few years, and so Birch
Uh-huh.
played.
Yeah.
That's
And so, did you have a wide variety of different music, or what was that like?
yeah. We had songwriters, we had dancers, we had theater artists that maybe wanted to do a monologue.
Wow.
I had a puppet show once.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like this fun curated open mic for
Uh-huh.
just to give people
So
a
it's
chance
almost
to
kind
try
of,
things out.
it's kind of a variety type of
Yeah,
thing.
variety show.
That's a
Yeah.
I
cool
love
variation.
You know,
Yeah.
that to me, that is so much fun.
Hmm.
Well, did you do that all the way up to COVID, or did you like stop before that?
I started joining Birch on a lot of shows, and
Yeah.
that kind of shifted my energy. And
Yeah.
then I
Okay.
do theater as well, so I probably stopped a year before
Yeah, a year
Okay.
ago or so.
before the
Okay.
pandemic. But yeah, I was with
Yeah.
them for a long time.
You're now officially locked into the gin joint
Yes,
conspiracy.
She is.
I have a bolo and everything.
Yeah,
It's
she
the
does.
real,
Oh, there
real
you are.
deal.
Very good. Well, we're going to hear a recorded tune from you guys now, and,
Cool.
and have a nice video to go with it. And this tune is a classic from Fats Domino,
That's right.
and this is one of my favorite Fats tunes. I'm Walkin', and I was pleasantly surprised to hear that you guys ended up putting a New Orleans rumba beat on this tune.
That's right.
And I had not heard the tune played that way before, but I think it works really well. And so let's check that out. Hunter, have you got that one queued up?
I'm walking, yes indeed, and I'm talking, you and me, and I'm hoping you come back to me. I'm lonely as I can be, and I'm waiting on your company, and I'm hoping you come back to me. Well, what you gonna do when the well runs dry? You gonna run away? What you gonna do when I say bye-bye? And all you gonna do is dry your eye. 'Cause I'm walking, yes indeed, and I'm talking, you and me, and I'm hoping you come back to me. Walking, yes indeed, and I'm talking, you and me, and I'm hoping you come back to me. I'm on as I can be, and I'm waiting on your company, and I'm hoping you come back to me. Well, what you gonna do when the well runs dry? You gonna run away? I'm gonna run right by your side for you, better da 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 do da. 'Cause I'm walking, yes indeed, and I'm talking, you and me, and I'm hoping you come back to me. Yes, you come back to me. Yes, you come back to me.
Hello. There I am.
Guitar sound, that electric guitar sounds almost like a horn.
Yeah, he does this interesting stuff with effects where he can sound like different instruments. Yeah, it's fun.
It's impressive. Yeah.
Because we usually sometimes we just play as a trio, just the two of us plus our friend Park there, and he'll just make his electric sound like an organ or a horn.
Birch. Oh, okay. All right, Birch, that was great.
Thank you.
I really love the way you guys do that tune, and I think at this point, before we get too much further down the road, it's incumbent upon me to do a couple of tunes.
Sure,
And,
Yes,
let's do it.
please.
And then after that, I think we'll all be ready for a celebrity cocktail.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so I am going to play a couple of songs from a couple of up-and-coming young songwriters. And this first one is by a fellow named Leonard Cohen. And I recommend him. And it was actually covered in the early 2000s by a singer named Madeleine Peru.
Oh, yeah.
And she did a nice swingy version of that. And I'm going to attempt to get into that stylistic ballpark. So it goes like this. Dance me to your beauty with the burning violin. Dance me through the panic till I'm gathered safely in. Lift me like an olive branch and be my homeward dove. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Let me see your beauty when the witnesses have gone. Let me feel you moving like they did in Babylon. Show this lowly what I only know the limits of. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the wedding, dance me on and on. Dance me very tenderly and dance me very long. We're both of us unique, my love, we're both of us above. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the children who are asking to be born. Dance me through the curtains that our kisses have outworn. Raise a tender shelter now, though every thread is torn. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to your beauty with the burning violin. Dance me through the panic till I'm gathered safely in. Touch me with your naked hand and touch me with your glove. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
That's a great Leonard Cohen song, and I want to do one now by another up-and-coming songwriter. I predict big things for him. His name is Bob Dylan. This song, it's funny, I always think of Bob's tunes on the guitar, and so
I hear he's sold out and started playing electric guitar.
oh my, what is this world?
Bad idea.
Next thing you know, they'll be storming the Capitol. So anyway, it took me a little bit to kind of get comfortable playing the piano on this tune, but I ended up with some sort of an arrangement, and it's got a little bit of that New Orleans flavor to it. And I don't know. I think we might be able to dedicate this to someone who shall remain unnamed. And it goes like this. You must leave. Take what you need, you think will last. Whatever wish to keep, you better grab it fast. Yonder stands your orphan with his gun, crying like a fire in the sun. Look out now, the saints are coming through, and it's all over now, baby blue. The highway is for gamblers, better use your sense. Take what you have gathered from coincidence. The empty-handed painter from your streets is drawing crazy patterns on your sheets. The sky too is folding under you, and it's all over now, baby blue. your seasick sailors, they're all rowing home. And your empty-handed army is all going home. Are you a lover who just walked out that door has taken all the blankets from the floor? The carpet too is moving under you, and it's all over now, baby blue. Leave your stepping stones behind. There's something that calls to you. Oh, forget the dead you left, it will not follow you. Ah, the vagabond is rapping at your door, is standing in the clothes that you once wore. Strike another match, start anew, and it's all over now, baby blue. Strike another match, start anew, and it's all over now, baby blue. Great Bob Dylan song.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Kind of left over from my solo piano gig I was doing before COVID, and I was trying to keep my head above water in this bar in Seattle, and I never did quite figure out what the best approach was. So I was always trying some different stuff, and I learned a couple of Bob Dylan songs. I really like that one a lot. That's a really great one. I'm looking at my little list right now, and it looks like it's time for us to enjoy a libation from our celebrity cocktail bartender, Mr. Walter Harley. Walter?
Hello.
He's at the
Well,
bar.
Casey, we're gonna mix a cocktail that was invented right around 1900. The Swan cocktail. It was first published in 1914, but appears to have been invented maybe a decade or so before that. And this cocktail starts out with the juice of a whole lime, and that's going to make for a very tart cocktail that would need a lot of sugar to balance it out. But the plot thickens. So in the 1800s, key limes grew wild like weeds in Florida, but they weren't worth anything. So the Florida planters, they grew lemons. In the winters of 1894 and 1895, there were a series of deep freezes, severe freezes, that killed all the lemon groves. And when the planters replanted, they planted key limes. And that lasted until 1926, when there was a big hurricane that came through and uprooted all the key lime trees. And at that point, they replanted with these so-called Persian limes. This is the lime you get in your grocery store. It's actually a cross of a key lime and a lemon. It's got no seeds, it's hardier, it's got no thorns, which makes it easier to pick, bigger. But at the time this cocktail was invented, bartenders were not using these. They were using the key lime, also known as the bartender's lime. It's much tinier. So that's what we're going to use for this cocktail. And we're going to get just, a bunch of seeds and, boy, barely a quarter of an ounce of juice. Squeezing as hard as I can. We're going to counter that with even less, just a couple of drops of simple syrup. This is 1-to-1 Demerara sugar and water brought to a boil and cooled. So that's all we're talking about there for the lime and the sugar. Toss that in. And now I'm going to build a martini around it. I'm going to do a 3-to-1 martini. So where am I? I've lost my vermouth. Lost your bartender. So we're going to do 2/3 of an ounce of dry vermouth. So, and 2 ounces of neutral London Dry gin, just any mildly flavored London Dry gin. That's the basis of the drink, but there's 2 secret ingredients. Secret ingredient number 1, we're going to throw in 2 good dashes of Angostura bitters in a gin drink. Bitters in a gin drink, right?
Wow.
It's revolutionary.
Revolutionary at the time, but good for the health.
Yeah. This is a health drink.
If this were a sour, we'd shake it. But it's not really a sour. It's really just a lime-infused martini. So I'm going to stir it. James Bond liked his martinis shaken because he liked more water in them so he wouldn't get drunk, so he could outthink his opponent. But a decent martini should be stirred. And finally, what have I done with my glassware? We're going to take this glass, we're going to pour in a little bit of Pernod or absinthe, just a scotch. And I'm going to swirl it around in the glass and dump it right back out. Now, if I weren't on camera, I'd dump it out into a better receptacle, but for the sake of dignity and etc.
You have your own receptacle of gratitude right there.
Exactly, right. And I'm going to strain this through a little sieve to get those seeds and pulp out. There we go. And add a twist of, remember the Persian lime was a cross between the key lime and the lemon, so this here is a lemon. And I'm just going to, oops. Lemon's not very good lemon. It's got kind of a big soft spot in it. I'm going to try and just take off a bit of that zest, express it, rub it around the outside. And there you have it. It's hard to see in this light probably, but it's a delicate pink color. The Swan cocktail.
Oh, that looks lovely.
Swan.
Wow. I would definitely paddle across the pond for one of those.
That is a lovely drink.
Ladies and gentlemen, our celebrity bartender, Walter Harley. Yeah. Wow. A Swan cocktail. And you never know what magical libations you're going to encounter here on the cocktail hour. But that was a fantastic one. And we've had actually incredibly good luck with our celebrity bartenders. Every show has been a lot of fun in that department. And thanks again, Walter.
I think at some point it's not luck, it's the casting department.
Yeah. And at this time, I would like to welcome our 2 new friends, Lisa and Diana, to the show, and I'm looking forward to hearing some live music from you kids. Do you?
Hi.
Hi. Let's see.
Hi.
Hello. I wonder. There we go. Excellent. Who would like to go first here? We've got each one of you is going to do a tune.
I can go first.
All right.
Okay.
So
Go.
it's been a kind of wacky. People call me and say, "Hey, Diane, what's happening in Washington this week?" Nothing much. Bored. And I live 12 blocks away from the Capitol building. And this song came out today. I wrote it about 2 hours ago. So I realized that Pinky Tomlin, who wrote the original song, it's a parody. And Lisa and I like to write parodies. But one thing about parodies, especially musical parodies, is that you write them and in 2 weeks, it won't be that, you won't want to hear it anymore. Yeah, so we have 2 weeks till you know what, right?
Yeah.
Right. So Pinky Tomlin wrote this song in the early 30s, and the Boswell sisters made it a #1 hit in 1935. And Pinky didn't really know how to rhyme very well, so I originally wrote this song to that, and it's a little awkward, but that's okay. The subject is awkward.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Is the word object in the song title?
Yes.
Okay.
You got it. Well, how many Pinky Tomlin songs can you name? Just asking. Okay.
Love bug will bite you if you don't watch out.
The what will bite you?
Love bug.
Okay. There you go. The object of my disaffection launched an insurrection. They did what they were told. Now they're gonna take a trip to the netherworld. Proud Boys. He bigly lost the election and should go to a house of correction and never be paroled. And he'll finally get his crown, biggest liar in the world. Now I can't wait until he leaves me. They'll be celebrating everywhere. He'll be punished for his toxicity. He can go where he wants to go, do what he wants to be. I don't care. The object of my disaffection is a fungal infection with seeping orange skin. Biggest liar in the world. Now he's just a has-been. He should change his complexion with some Clorox disinfection and some hydrochloroquine. Biggest liar in the world. Now he's just a has-been.
Yeah.
Woo! That was great.
Diana, that
That
was
was
incredible.
fantastic.
Thank you. Not many songs have hydrochloroquine in them. Just saying.
I've heard so far. So
Well,
tell me,
thank
how do
you.
feel about this person?
Well, you know, I've been a journalist for 40 plus years, and I've never been able to tell anybody what I really think about anything political. And I've tried to be as objective as I possibly can. And I think all of that built up inside of me is just like, I can't wait for the 2 weeks. And really seriously, this is criminal matter, and inciting riots in the Capitol just makes me want to cry, because this is my neighborhood. And I worked in the Capitol for years. I was a scribbler before I went to television, and that was my beat. And it makes me sick. The whole thing makes me sick. And that's all I'm going to say.
Were you working for a newspaper at the time?
Yeah, I started out working for some Alabama newspapers, the Gadsden Times and the Times Tri-City Daily, and some Louisiana newspapers, the Opelousas Times, and an Alaskan newspaper.
You didn't work for the Picayune, did you?
No, I always wanted to work for the Times Picayune, because I always wanted to live in that part of Louisiana.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would have been fabulous.
So did you enjoy writing print stories?
Yeah, Yeah, because you know what? You have to actually know grammar and English to write for newspapers, and in television news, not so much. Yesterday, what?
I said you did then anyway.
Well, yeah, yesterday I wasn't screaming at the TV, but I was watching my old network, and no one knew the difference between further and farther. And I was just like, really? Come on. These are correspondents. So
Yeah.
just a pet peeve.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you go through, you know, school and learn all the rules, and then you have to get out in the real world and apply them for a number of years, and then you see people in that position not following them, it can be kind of maddening.
Although, you know, it's 2021, rules schmools.
Rules, but man, you got to read the writing. Like, read Mark Twain and H.L. Mencken, and you've got it covered, right? You can be a journalist if you can. Like,
you can't go wrong with them. That's true.
Yeah.
I have lots of pet peeves. That's why I'm so snarky, right, Lisa? But one of them is more than and over. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I'll be cranky.
I got a million of them.
Less and fewer.
What? Yeah.
Less and fewer, I said.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I would like to hear something musically from Lisa.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're not going to get off the hook here, Lisa. You got to do a tune for us here.
I tell you, I think Diana and I, even though we're not actually related, we must be truly sisters, except for the snarky part, of course, right?
Yeah.
And Casey, you and I are on the same wavelength today, too. So you'll see what I mean. You probably got it already. It ain't no use to sit and wonder why Trump, if you don't know by now. It ain't no use to sit and wonder why Trump, you won't matter anyhow. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, 2 weeks from now your big old ass will be gone. Guess this world will be moving on. To be concise, you're alt-right. It ain't no use in turning on a light, Trump, a light that you never knowed. It ain't no use in turning on a light, Trump. You are the dark side of the road. There's nothing good you'll ever do or say, and no insane person would want to let you stay. We all just want you to go far, far away. So, to be precise, you're all right. So long, tubby babe, where you're bound, none can tell. Goodbye is too good a word, Trump. So, I'll just say, go to hell. I'm just saying, you're the very worst kind, smelly and bitter as a rotten orange rind. Just kinda wasted our precious time. Let the back door hit you twice, it's all right. You just kinda wasted our precious time. Let the back door hit you twice, it's all right.
Wow, it's so good.
Yeah. That's fantastic, Lisa.
Thank you.
Man, I tell you, I love these tender love ballads.
My cheeks hurt now.
Well, I think it would be fun to now. I was thinking of changing my order just a little bit, but let me talk with my executive producer for a second because I don't want to.
You have permission.
Great. Okay. I was thinking of possibly doing Bailey's film clip at this point.
Oh, not for that. Just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought you were going to do that other song, but
Oh,
yeah.
no. Yeah.
Okay, I'm the voice behind the curtain,
The voice
and
behind
now
the
I'm really
curtain.
worried about my English on the quiz questions.
Do not worry.
Okay, please correct
heat's
me.
on.
It'll add to the.
Well,
All right.
People love it when I correct them, by the way, just saying.
Okay. Well, I'm going to love it when you correct me. I'm telling you right now.
We do have Tacoma Squares coming up soon, but at this point, I would love to see Bailey's dance clip. And let's see.
Well, why don't we ask her a couple questions about?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Let's
stuff.
get Bailey up on the screen. There we go. There she is. Hi. And so I noticed that this clip we're about to see, it's yourself and a friend of yours who lives in Rio.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. Now, did you travel down there to Brazil yourself?
I haven't. No, I've never made it to South America, but it was fun to virtually travel there and do this project with her. She does a Christmas special every year, normally with friends in person. But of course, this year that wasn't possible. So her reach could be a little farther since it was a virtual reach. So we got to dance together via the internet.
That's great. Well, so have you met each other in the United States, or you've just gotten acquainted online?
Yeah, we've never met in person. We just we've been, trading ideas of dance projects and inspiring each other from afar and become friends over the course of quarantine and lockdown shenanigans. So it's been kind of fun to make a new friend from such a faraway place that neither of us have ever visited each other's countries.
Yeah. And what's her name?
Gabriela Novellino. Sorry, I always say her name wrong. Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to see is a clip of a song called Christmas. Is it Christmas Time in New Orleans? Is that?
Mm-hmm. It's Christmas in New Orleans. Yeah.
Christmas in New Orleans. Yeah. So is there anything you want to explain to us about your choreography or any details that'd be kind of fun to
hear? Yeah, sure. So we split up the song. So she did one half and I did the other. So we both learned each other's choreography. And so this song is about Christmas in New Orleans, which is a place that neither of us can be in right now, obviously. So we thought it would be fun to combine our own locations. And obviously Rio has a very different temperature in December than Seattle, Washington. So you'll see her in her summer Christmas outfit and me in my winter getup doing this choreography.
Very good. Well, let's take a look at it. This is Christmas in New Orleans with Bailey and Gabriela.
Magnolia trees at night, sparkling bright. Feels so hard to look winterly white when it's Christmas time in New Orleans. A barefoot choir in prayer fills the air. Mississippi folks gathering there, 'cause it's Christmas time in New Orleans. You see a Dixieland Santa Claus bringing the band to a good old Creole beat. Jolly water spirit, you can only hear it Oh, Santa is here when it's Christmas time in New Orleans.
Sassy Tuesday. I just got a preview of my Tuesday class.
A little bit abrupt of an end, I thought. What happened?
Wow, that was fun. Sorry
That was
about
great.
That was all.
But anyway, yeah, that's great, Bailey. And I just wanted to bring up, you have a Patreon
I do.
set up. And I believe that we have a little address at the bottom of the screen. Oh, I did. Am I on? Okay. Yeah, my microphone's on.
Yeah.
Are you getting the sound on me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. Anyway, can you tell us a little bit about that, the Patreon?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, so I do a couple of weekly publications. I do some classes and some choreography tutorials, and I do a podcast every month, interviewing some different musical, jazzy, dancey folks, and I do some videos like the one that you saw, except for usually they're a little longer. And yeah, and you can check it out at the link that's somewhere down here.
So
And
check out the link
Mhm.
and
yeah, and it's all by donation, since I know that everything's a little insane right now, and I want jazz to be super accessible to everybody. So if you're interested in watching or participating in some jazz, then that might be the place for you.
oh, I did. Oops, excuse me, Bailey. I just my mic, my little clip came off. There we go. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Sorry
back.
about that, kids. I'm flailing around here so wildly that my microphone fell off. But
It's all the dancing.
yeah, it's all the dancing. It's all my imaginary dancing. So anyway, well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Really appreciate that, and
Thank you.
can't wait to have you back on another show.
Absolutely, it's always a pleasure.
Bailey is a recurring guest here on the Cocktail Hour, and we're always delighted to see her and what creative ideas that she brings to us. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Tacoma Squares. Okay, and today we've got some great questions, and they're going to come up on the screen. And it's a Tacoma Squares is a multiple choice, and it's a game that is reminiscent of a game show that we used to all see on television, but for legal reasons, it's not exactly the same. And we
Legal and
What?
geographic.
Legal.
what's that?
Legal and geographic reasons.
Legal and geographic, and probably intellectual as well.
Don't say that word. That's a dirty word.
This is
Oh
a
my.
dirty quiz.
I'm sorry, I'm not monosyllabic.
Not really.
I want to be Phyllis Diller. Paul Lind.
So
Well, are we going to show what fabulous prizes are available?
we are. That's my co-host. Hang on a second.
I hope it's an ear microphone labs. Ear trumpet
Yeah,
labs,
a myrtle.
Yeah.
right? A myrtle.
Your Trump.
Thank
Diana
you.
is angling
Thank
for that
you.
microphone.
Specifically Birch and Jenny's.
But anyway, so the winners of our show, it's a multiple choice, and so whoever gets the answer correctly wins. And we have some lovely prizes. We have let's show the CDs. Do you have those ready to queue up? You can get one of my compact discs and
Ooh.
the High Five CD. Boy, that's a good one. And the Hawaii of My Dreams, some 1920s and 30s Hapa Haole tunes, playing with myself on the ukulele and vocals, and then the fabulous Orville Johnson playing dobro and also singing. The Spirits of Rhythm, the Jump CD is a CD that I made in the late 90s, and it got me a job on Broadway in the musical Swing. So that's got some good tunes on it. And then at the very top, the last thing that I recorded was my orchestra recording live at this place called the Roycroft Theater. And it was our 13-piece orchestra, and it's like an EP. It's got 5 tunes on it. It's fantastic. So those are those prizes. And then dipping way back into the time machine, we're going further and further back, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to show you this T-shirt. This is a band that I was in back in the 1990s called DeSoto. And it was a blues band and some rhythm and blues. And that script of the DeSotos was taken off of a DeSoto's hubcap from about 1941. So that's one of the T-shirts.
Ooh la la.
We have these.
I'm just envisioning you, Casey, running away with that hubcap.
You know, I was really out of breath by the time I eluded the person who owned that car. And also, I was in another for about a year. It was pathetic. This was in Spokane, Washington, and this was a band whose time had not come. In fact, I still don't think that its time has come, but it was called the Zen Cowboys.
Okay.
Is that based on you? Your logo there? Is that you in the cowboy hat?
That is based on Buddha.
Buddha Zen. Excellent.
That was me when I was on the all-fat diet. But
was the Swing CD also based on you?
It wasn't originally, but I've grown into it. And this one here is a group that played some swing back in the 80s and early 90s. By the way, these shirts have never been sold or worn, so they're actually brand new. It's new old stock. And we have them.
The colors are very 80s.
You can sell them on eBay for like what, $90? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Be lucky to get that. Anyway.
All right, I'll give you $3 for all of them.
$15 in shipping, though.
Well, let's wander a little bit further back in the time machine. We have some other prizes. I'm a collector of vintage Fortune magazines from the 1930s. And these magazines have lots of beautiful artwork and great covers and fantastic photographs. And here's an example of one right here.
Pretty.
That is a Fortune magazine from 1933.
Wow.
And I've got one other one here. And this one is from 1938. This is January of 1938.
Ooh, the clock.
So those are available. By the way, the last game that we played, we had one of the winners got a DeSoto's T-shirt. I was absolutely thrilled to send one of those out. And the other winner chose a Fortune magazine. So these things are expensive to mail, even when you mail a medium mail. So it's actually it's quite a gift. Anyway,
I seem to recall them cheating more than the rest of us did.
Ooh, whoa! Wait a minute. What?
The game.
Are we stumbling onto a scandal? Who's talking?
well, it's basically it was originally the first person that got it right, but we're thinking now, anybody who gets this right, and it's not just our panel here online, but anybody who's out there with the comments, listening in, if you want to send the answer to the comments, you could be a winner and win one of these fabulous prizes. Okay.
Victoria's watching. Hi, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria. Good to see you up there.
Victoria is already a winner.
Yeah. That's right. I didn't send anything.
She's
to
just
him.
a winner.
Oh, okay.
Jim Matthews is also there.
Just inherently a winner.
And
She is a winner.
My sister-in-law Amy
What a
is
title.
listening tonight. And anyway, so let's move on to our first quiz question.
Okay.
It's going to pop up on the screen, and I'll read it to you. Okay. Jenny Littlefield. This is a question about Jenny. She was born in which city, which is also a part of the title of a famous movie? A, Chicago, Illinois. B, Los Angeles, California. C, New York, New York. Or D, Fargo, North Dakota.
Fargo.
Fargo.
Correct. We've got two
Wow,
winners here.
good job.
Wow, they knew. Helped they interviewed us a few weeks ago.
And what about, oh, we've got 3 winners. Wait.
Hi, Jim.
Oh, I thought Faye Littlefield might answer that question.
Hey, yeah.
Yes. She would know.
Diana and Lisa have both won. So
Okay, that's excellent.
That's not because we interviewed you, Jenny, because we weren't
Yeah.
paying attention to what you were saying.
Yeah, that's kind of an exciting question, actually.
So
I have a point of order, though. Do we have to wait until after you finish all the questions, like on Jeopardy, or can we interrupt like before you even start asking the question?
Like I did, you mean?
Wait for
yes.
Wait for what?
The question to be completely said.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you have to wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
All
only
right.
fair.
So we have 2
We
winners.
want to play by the rules, you know.
Yeah.
I read faster than I listen. What can I say?
It reminds me of that saying that was in the book Postcards from the Edge. And the saying is, immediate gratification takes too long. I love that.
Ah,
Yeah.
Sage advice.
I'm trying to answer
That sounds sort of sexual to me. I don't get it.
So much does, Diana. So
All right, here we go.
how about our next question?
Okay.
Okay, indigo. A mood indigo.
We gotta. I'm
Oh.
sorry. That's
There's a boo-boo there.
The
It's
song.
like the question is supposed to read that I and my group Mood Indigo had a cameo appearance in which film? A, The Cotton Club. B, Paper Moon. C, Francis. Or D, For the Boys. For the Boys was with Bette Midler.
Francis.
Paper Moon.
Diana got it right. You've won 2 of them now, Diana.
I
Wow.
actually read your biography. How about that?
Wow.
Wow.
That's cheating.
What?
You can't do your homework ahead of time.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to take my
True
mistake
journal.
off the. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna.
Well, let's go on to our next question. So we're keeping track. Diana's won 2 of these so far. What instrument did Birch play before the bass? A, piano. B, bassoon. C, cello. Or D, the theremin?
You're allowed to answer.
No.
Oh man.
Somebody
Piano.
make a guess.
Piano.
That
To
is
know what a theremin is.
Walter
Cello.
Hartley.
Ha!
Walter, you're a winner. It's the cello.
Wow.
I'm thinking here of Miles Tackett, Fred Tackett's son. Fred Tackett was the trombonist in the L.A. The Wrecking Crew, right? The L.A. movie scene. His son Miles is at one point headed up a group called Breakestra that performed live the sampled break beats that they heard, and he played a lot of the bass lines on cello.
Yeah.
It was amazing, standing up, plucked.
Oh, plucking. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
cool.
Great sound.
Yeah,
Really
you can do
worth
that.
checking
You
out.
can play bass. You can play legit. Our friend Erin Hall, she plays bass lines on
Oh,
cello.
yeah. Yeah, on her cello.
She
Yeah.
sings and she's
Really
going
great.
doing walking bass lines with her thumb. It's really cool.
Mhm.
That's great.
Shall I show the picture from the movie?
It's
Oh yeah, I want to see.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
there you go.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
I'm the one in the middle.
And this is John Reynolds,
Nice.
Wow.
and this is David.
And David Jackson is on the right side there. And
That's a nice
that-
cello he's playing.
You know, you talk about like a 3/4 bass or a 7/8 bass. That's a 1.5 cello.
Exactly.
It's amazing how many people like to call string basses cellos.
All the time.
I've heard
It's a
that.
joke.
So weird.
People think they're really funny that I walk through the airport and somewhere and they'll see the bass and they'll go, "That's a pretty big cello you got there." All the time. I cannot say how many times that happens to me, like out and about.
Yeah, isn't that's cuckoo?
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Walter. You mentioned Fred Tackett, and I kind of coinkydink that you did, because now my understanding is that Fred is a guitar player.
I might be wrong about. I know what Miles does. I am much more vague about Fred. I thought he was a trombonist, but I could be very wrong.
Okay, well, there's a bass player named David Hungate who started out on trombone and ended up in Toto and as a bass player, and he's a buddy of mine. But Fred Tackett is a guitar player, and you can hear him with Bob Dylan and also on Swordfish trombones.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I knew Fred in the 70s when he was in a New Orleans style group called Sweet Magnolia that used to play around Southern California. And
well, there you go.
And David Jackson, the guy who was the bass player in that old photograph, also played in Sweet Magnolia, and I met him when he was playing with that group back in the mid 70s. So, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to be playing a song of mine in a little while. I have a recorded clip of a tune that I played on Diana and Lisa's show. Oh, you don't have it ready? No. Is it possible to get it ready?
Unless one of them could play it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure.
If you need to stall, I could say more incorrect things about the music industry.
Well, I don't want to play. I don't want to play it next. We're going to be listening to Jenny and Birch after the Tacoma Squares. Is that all of our questions for today?
No, we have one more.
Okay, we've got one more. But anyway, Fred's a great guitar player and part of a group of fantastic musicians down there. I was lucky to get to hang out with a little bit. So let's get our last question up. Okay, which famous jazz musician did not record the song After You've Gone? A, Louis Armstrong, B, Benny Goodman, C, Jack Teagarden, or D, Cab Calloway? Somebody make a guess.
Cab Calloway.
You're right, Diana.
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Thank you. I should have gotten the question about Birch and the bass, because he plays those fabulous bass lines on his baritone uke, right? Of course.
Yeah.
And the cello.
Well, I think you're doing okay, Diana. I mean, you won the trifecta today.
Yeah.
So I get I'd like 20 Fortune magazines. Thank you.
Sorry, only one per question.
Oh.
That's media dump truck.
Actually, it might be cheaper for me to drive them over there myself. Anyway, well, I think that concludes our episode of Tacoma Squares. Today. All right. Very good. And now that we have played the game within a game, or the show within a show, we would like to put the spotlight
Look
back
at Walter.
Our special. Oh, you ready for another cocktail?
Look at him.
I was just
anyway. Okay. We'd like to put the spotlight back on Jenny and Birch. They're going to do a couple more tunes for us. There they are.
Hello again.
All right.
Woohoo!
What do you got for us?
Well, let's go do an old song from the musical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets.
your mind to have no regrets. Recline yourself, resign yourself, you're through. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Take off your coat, don't you know you can't win? You're no exception to the rules. I'm irresistible, you fool. Give in. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Take off your coat, don't you know you can't win? You're no exception to the rule. I'm irresistible, you fool. Give in. Give in. Give in.
Love that song.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
By the way, this would probably be a great time to mention
Mhm.
that we have links here on the show where you and the audience can go and make a donation to Birch and Jenny. And I know that you're enjoying this. This is fantastic. So we highly recommend that you go and show your gratitude in a tangible form. And do you have a PayPal and a Venmo link?
Yep, we
So,
do.
PayPal or Venmo,
That's
either
right.
one is fine. You can
Or Cash App.
or Cash Out.
We'll take
Yeah.
all the money anyway.
Or Cash App.
Yeah, it's another one. Some people
Okay.
use that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's 3 links.
Three
Anyway,
links. You can pay us 3 times at 3 different links.
That's right. Yeah, it's better for money laundering.
Yeah, exactly.
Spread it out.
Mail us a mail. You can mail us, a cashier's check.
Yeah.
Put an
Or
address at the bottom.
Cash your checkbook. You can work that out after the show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. That's a fun tune, isn't it?
It is. Do you do that one?
You sounded great on that, Jenny.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
she does.
And you weren't half bad either, Birch.
Yeah.
Ah, I know, you
Forgot
did
which
pretty well on
ukulele
that.
I was playing in the middle of it, but I keep
Yeah.
switching,
It's easy to do, believe me.
Yeah.
And I only play one. So, how about another tune? What have you got for us, sir?
Sure. Let's do one of my originals, my swing song. It's called "The Love I Can't Explain."
Oh, cool.
I can't explain this feeling in my heart. I can't contain the loneliness that spreads from where I've heard. I can't refrain from mentioning your name. Every time they speak of love, I hope you do the same. I can't contain this independent hurt. It'd be a shame to never ever get the chance to start. Would Would you see it through if I gave myself to you? What changed that day? I just can't say. Love I can't explain. I can't explain this feeling in my heart. I can't contain the loneliness that spreads when we're apart. I can't refrain from mentioning only. Every time they speak of love, I hope you do the same. I can't detain the sentiment. It'd be a shame to never ever get the chance to say, would you see it through if I gave myself to you? What changed that day? I just can't say. Love I can't explain. What changed that day? I just can't say. Love I can't explain. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Myrtle there is working nicely for you.
Yeah, it's a good mic.
Yeah.
You guys, I mean, you both sound really good. The balance is nice. There's not too much room sound. Like speaking here as somebody who does audio on the side.
Yeah. Oh,
that's a
yeah,
nice
yeah.
microphone.
Yes.
Yeah, these are
I
really,
love it.
really cool. Yeah, Ear Trumpet Labs out of
Your
Portland.
Trumpet Labs.
Yeah, they're. Yeah, I agree that I've seen entire bluegrass bands play with this one mic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
as long
can
as
easily imagine that.
you balance yourself well on stage, you can just sounds good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the
It's-
music was pretty good too.
Yeah. All right. That's good. That's good.
It's really fun to see a group perform into one microphone, and you really get a natural acoustic sound that way. I love
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I do too.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got another original.
Okay, I'd like to hear it.
Sweet.
Actually, I haven't done an original yet. I'll do this original, and then it's great that we had those two parody songs today because I've got one too. We've got a plethora of parodies today. But this first one's an original one, and I'm gonna go over to the other camera, I guess. Here, there we go. Hi. This song, I did this one on the songwriter show the other day, and this is a tune that I wrote many years ago, and when I was living in Spokane. Everything okay over there? Okay. I looked over at my executive producer, and she had a bit of a frown, and I thought, oh, is something going on? But anyway, this is called Front Porch Rockin'. Front porch rockin', shadows fade the light. Thoughts go trailing to remember when. Voices talking, stars winking in the night. Alleys echo to where the boy has been. Oh, reverie, telephone don't ring. Oh, used to be. Now that don't mean a thing. Front porch rocking, I'm feeling misery. breaking. It's the same old friend. My heart is breaking. It's the same old friend, minus all the pain. And awaken to be myself again. Oh, reverie, telephone don't ring. Oh, used to be. That don't mean a thing. Front porch rocking, I'm feeling misery. My heart is breaking. It's the same old friend. Can I make it minus all the pain? And awaken to be myself again. And awaken to be myself again.
I was playing along.
Oh, nice.
I'd like to do this one is a tune that has that guy Fred Tackett on it playing guitar, and go figure.
Such a good trombonist, though.
I don't know. Maybe he did play trombone.
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong.
Oh, I thought you said you did. Oh, never mind. Moving on. Next time.
I'm gonna look it up on Wikipedia.
We'll have to bring you all back tomorrow night and then do that song over. Okay. But anyway, I do have this other tune. It's a parody, and I'm gonna have to get the little music stand over here so I can look at the words, because I just wrote this this afternoon, and I had a quiz question on that song, After You've Gone, because this is the tune that I'm going to be using for the parody.
Nice.
And it's an old tune from the late teens that has had a long life as a jam tune. And there's been a lot of great recordings of it. Armstrong recorded a great recording. Jack Teagarden recorded it and sang it. And the Benny Goodman Trio made a record of it. And they used to perform this quite a bit. And you can hear them playing this on some of their live radio broadcasts that got recorded. So anyway, oh, by the way, we were looking up different people. We were trying to find somebody who did not record it for the quiz question. And so we thought, oh, let's try Nat King Cole. And so we did a search on YouTube, and there's an amazing version of him doing this with his trio. And it's about 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, about there. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. So if you want a real treat, go on YouTube and search Nat King Cole After You've Gone, and you should get the King Cole trio doing it. But anyway, I'm going to do my modest version of it, and with some topical lyrics for this. Okay. After you're gone, we'll be not crying. After you're gone, there's no more lying. You'll feel blue, but we'll feel glad. You were the worst one that we've ever had. There'll come a time, and we won't forget it. Oh, there'll come a time, you're gonna sweat it. Someday, when you're in prison, your peeps will hear the truth and perhaps they'll listen. After you've gone, after you've gone away. Ba-da-da-da-da. After you've gone, there'll be no crying. After you've gone, there's no more lying. Oh, baby, you'll feel blue, but we're gonna feel so glad. You were the worst one that we've ever had. There'll come a time, we won't forget it. There'll come a time, yes, you're gonna sweat it. Ha! Someday, when you're in prison, your peeps will hear the truth and perhaps they'll listen. After you've gone, after you've gone away. After you've
Now, Casey, that song has legs. That song will last for another 4, 8, 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was great.
Really good.
I hope not. I hope that this tawdry, tragic episode, quickly recedes into the gloom of obscurity.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's still going to be the worst one we've ever had. So
he'll be the worst one. But
yeah.
Well, we said that about Bush.
Hopefully, he'll be taken off.
There's always
Said that
room.
about Reagan.
Wait a minute. We had Warren G. Harding,
I remember
Bush.
really freaking out when Ronald Reagan got elected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Right.
was freaked out.
Yeah, but
no.
only Trump was worse than Warren G. Harding. Bush and Reagan are angels compared to this one. Just
I
saying.
hear that Mr. Harding was quite a man about town.
He was. He did. He had some secret, loves. Childs.
Not unknown amongst even presidents who served well. JFK.
Was he the one in Boardwalk Empire that they kind of like brought into the plot? Is that right?
I don't remember.
Do you remember, Jenny?
I don't remember.
There was like a
either.
plot about
No,
Warren
yeah,
G.
you're
Harding's
right.
like secret.
Wait, wasn't he
trial.
like Teapot Dome? Wasn't that Harding?
Yeah.
I can't remember if I have the time period right.
I just want to say that history was the only class that I ever got an F in.
Oh, wow.
I'm right there with you.
I am super surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I did really well in history. I double majored in college. I'm the voice behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then but I dumped all the information that was in my brain out almost immediately. So like I got all A's in history, but I did not remember anything. And I did an interview with a federal judge who had read that I was a history major and started quizzing me in the interview. And I was like,
No.
I'm not actually a history buff, and let's say I did not get the job.
No.
But I wouldn't be here with you probably today if I had gotten that job.
True.
And that's ironic because Jessica's mom was a Civil War buff. She loved Civil War history.
Yeah.
And
And Revolutionary War history.
I was too when I was a
she had
wee lad.
maps out on her dining room table.
Wow.
Like, read
Wow.
along with them. So
Unlike some of the insurrectionists who were storming the Capitol, my mother made me a Union Civil War uniform when I was about 8 or 9 years old.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I came down on the right side of that conflict.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you were on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, yeah, Warren G. Harding, I enjoyed some of the Boardwalk Empire, but I really did feel like, and I'm a big fan of Steve Buscemi. I think he's a great actor. I just thought he was miscast in that role. I had trouble believing him as this guy who was running Atlantic City.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I could see that.
He's a good actor, but they needed somebody who was physically imposing, who was tall, and the guy he was portraying, the real,
like Danny DeVito,
was
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci, yeah.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci can do it.
Thinking of somebody like George Clooney, a larger guy, taller guy.
Yeah, totally.
But anyway,
He can't have all the roles.
Yeah.
True.
Can't have all the roles. Yeah. But anyway,
Didn't Vince? What is it in the Nighthawks? Didn't he? Vince Giordano? Didn't he have music in the Boardwalk Empire?
He did. He did all the music for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a number of different singers that would come and appear with his group. Yeah, Vince Giordano, for those of you out there who don't know, is a great historical musician who he's historical, but he's still alive. And he has an orchestra in New York City, and they play, when the COVID is not happening, they were playing twice a week, which for an 11-piece orchestra is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah.
And Vince has contributed music to The Aviator and all of the Martin Scorsese movies that are period pieces.
Wow.
So, and he's done a great job with that, and he's loads of fun to go listen to in person when you're in New York. That's definitely a stop that's always on my list if I get back there.
Yeah.
Guaraldi, you say?
Giordano.
Giordano. I'm sorry.
And you can.
Somehow I got mixed up with like Jim Capaldi and
and Vince Guaraldi and
Vince Guaraldi.
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay, that's where it came from. Right. Yeah.
Vince was also in
Also a great football player.
Woody Allen movie that was about this guitar player, this jazz guitar player. I can't remember the name.
Oh
of it.
yeah.
Anyway, and he played a bass player in that movie, and then as a young man, he was in the Cotton Club with Gregory Hines and Richard Gere. There's
Wow.
a nightclub scene where Vince is playing the banjo in a group,
Wow.
and he's fresh, firm, and fun to look at back in the early '80s. He's still pretty well preserved, but
Yeah.
when you use formaldehyde, that's cheating.
I stick with ethanol.
So anyway, well, this kind of brings us to the end of our show, and it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
I'd like to call out everybody on the screen, our special musical guests, Jenny and Birch.
Thanks, bro.
And our celebrity bartender and a frequent flyer, Mr. Walter Harley. Walter, you're doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work. And our Terpsichorean talent from Seattle, it's Bailey McCullough. Bailey, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you so much,
You're incredibly talented, and we're always enjoying each new project you bring to the screen. And from the other side of the continent, from Ithaca, New York, our new friend, Lisa.
Cheers.
Lisa Wright.
Thank you.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
glass of wine. You must really be enjoying the show.
Oh, yeah.
It's great to see you. Thank you for that song. And it fit nicely into the tunes we had today, since I did another Bob Dylan tune.
Yeah.
And holding the fort at an undisclosed location in the Washington area.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
Uh-oh. I
Follow my instructions.
call in
I can
reinforcement.
help you.
Sad. It's so sad.
Well, we have a special drinking song for you that's coming up right now. It's our bookend, you know, our musical bookend for the show. This is a film clip of performance I did a few years back in Seattle at a very dark bar called Vito's. In fact, you can hardly see anything,
Oh yeah.
which is kind of nice.
Vito's is so good.
But anyway, it's a great tune called Scotch and Soda. Are we ready for that?
Yep.
Okay, good. We got that one. And also, before we make our on-air exit, I'd like to thank our executive producer, our engineer, our cosmic glue for the whole show.
Woo!
Jessica MacGill.
The voice of cheese.
The voice of cheese.
Right.
And the great cosmic cheese curd, the voice. Anyway, so here's a little bit of Scotch and Soda. Thanks, everybody. And don't forget, I do a Monday through Friday midday show around 12:30-ish. So please drop by and catch that. And also, don't forget to stop by PayPal and Venmo. And you can leave something for Jessica and me, or you can also leave something for Jenny and Birch. Their links are up there.
And hey, Casey, would you consider doing a Patreon?
I would consider it, yes.
Because you're doing this thing regularly, and I think there are people who might just like to support you on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that. Support me on a regular basis.
I like that.
Speaking of Patreon, don't forget, Bailey has her Patreon link here, and she could definitely use a little support on a regular basis as well. You know, I'm a firm believer that the American economy is not friendly towards the arts. And, you know,
You say.
if you want to really, you know, sustain all the great culture that we've achieved thus far in this country, it's up to each and every one of us to do our bit to see that it survives. It's not something that's going to take care of itself. We have to be personally involved in this. And that's one of the reasons I enjoy hanging out with everybody so much, is because we all feel this way. And we all really love, you know, music and film and dance and literature and poetry and all of that. It's all right there. And we have a little bit of that on our show. And it's something that we feel strongly about. And we're glad that you're here with us online. And we really appreciate your support. So thank you so much for being on the show with us. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. It'll be the first Thursday of next month. And that'll be Valentine Love Spectacular. All love, all the time.
And thank you for hosting this, Casey. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, Diana, thank you.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I will look forward to appearing on your show as soon as I possibly can, as soon as I write another song. Okay. We're ready for our film clip.
We were doing so well.
It's kind of romantic.
Scotch and soda.
This is
Look at the spell you got me in. Oh my. Do I feel high? Dry martini.
Sorry,
Blood in your
Jersey,
eye.
and I just
Baby, do I feel high? Oh me, oh my. How about a baker's soda?
Every time I come, I feel like
Do I feel high?
I'm trying my best.
People don't believe me. They think that I'm just bragging, that I should feel the way that I do, still beyond the wagon. All I need is one of your smiles, sunshine from your eye. Oh me, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite in flight? Give me loving, baby,